social, economical, and cultural development of the state of New York. And recently, he has joined aboard the governor's team. His commitment and loyalty towards these tasks has brought him closer to the administration. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I request you to give a warm round of applause to Mr. Andy Shenoy.
Thanks, Manisha, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to join all of you this evening, honoring Governor George Pataki, celebrating New Year, organized by Indo-American Promotion. Let me take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to Governor Pataki for having confidence in me, including me in the part of his administration. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Pataki needs no introduction. He is a well-known figure all over India after having previous meetings with Prime Minister of India and all political leaders. Let me take this opportunity to wish Governor Pataki and his family a healthy, wealthy, and a prosperous New Year. And also I would like to wish all the distinguished guests who are present here today healthy, wealthy, and a prosperous New Year. I would request Governor Pataki to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand to Governor Pataki.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for your kind words, but more important, thank you for being such a great friend. And I am now in my 12th year as governor of the greatest state in America. What is most important are the people I've got to meet and the people I've gotten to befriend. And Andy, to you and your brothers and your family and the whole Shenoy family and the extended family here, thank you not just for being supporters, but for being friends for these many years. I appreciate it very, very much. I can't help but think of what Andy touched on, and that is India. The future is no longer going to be New York competing with North Carolina or New York competing with Texas. We are seeing new countries emerging as global economic superpowers. China, Brazil to a lesser extent, and of course, as Andy indicated, India. India's economy is growing. It is, as you said, they're going to be investing tens of billions of dollars. And there are those in America who feel that, well, we can't compete, we have to build a country. I couldn't feel more strongly that that is completely backwards. It is not against our interest to see India's economy grow. It is in our interest to see India's economy grow, because there's no reason why we can't, as Andy was saying, be producing the goods and the infrastructure and the supplies and the engineers and the technological support that will allow them to make those tens of billions of dollars of investments. And there's no reason why we can't have stronger economic ties between the people of New York and America and the people of India, so that their economic growth benefits us all. And I think Andy said something that some of you may not have quite caught, but is extremely important. India is the largest democracy in the world, and we should not be building walls or fearing the success of other democracies. We should be opening doors and encouraging the success and the growth of other democracies like India. I personally want to do whatever I can to make those ties closer. We, of course, here in New York and have an amazingly strong, entrepreneurial, family-oriented Indian-American community here in New York. And I am proud of the ties that we've been able to make, and in particular, what Andy has been able to do to help introduce me to leaders of the Indian-American community here in New York, to help to organize the meeting with the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister was here, which was an excellent, excellent meeting. And now what he will be doing in an official capacity, first as the special advisor to the governor for South Asian affairs, which is extremely important, and Andy, we are delighted to have you doing that. And second, I'm very pleased that Andy Shenoy is now a member of the board of the Battery Park City Authority, helping to make that happen. And Andy's son got me this evening and said, "Governor, it's so good to see you again. How come we have to take so many tests?" let me tell you why you have to take so many tests. Because we want to make sure that every kid in every school in this city and state is not just going to school, but learning in school, so that not just India and China, but New York and America can produce the engineers, the scientists, the technicians, the mathematicians, to allow us to compete in the new global.
Secretary of State Randy Daniels, and I want to thank Andy Shenoy, a great New Yorker who worked so hard to make sure we had this meeting. You know, we're very proud of the tremendously strong Indian American community we have here in New York, almost 300,000 people, and I think there's tremendous opportunity. We are creating centers of excellence in nanoelectronics and bioinformatics, and these are areas where India is particularly strong, and we can work together. India is engaged in a $30 billion capital program to build roads and upgrade its airports and ports, and we have engineers and contractors here in New York. So I'm hopeful that from this we will have not just closer cultural ties between the people of New York and India, but also closer economic ties.
When is your upcoming trip to India? I believe that came up in the discussions.
Well, certainly it makes sense now that we will have a trade mission go to India, particularly with the areas of bioinformatics and nanoelectronics. And I don't want to set a date or set a time. There is a lot going on here in New York, but we will set up the trade mission. It will, I'm sure, succeed. I know Andy will be an important part of it.
Honored. A great honor to welcome you. It is a real treat. My wife, Tammy Murphy. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you. My friend Andy here is. Look at that. Thank you so much.
South Law, US from US Consulate, and our friend Andy Shenoy. By the time the other delegate joined, I, on behalf of Chief Minister of Maharashtra and behalf of entire state of autonomy and freedom to various states, including Maharashtra. Maharashtra and US has got very strong.
And it is also, it has accounted for 25% of the jobs.
Important difference from 20 years ago with that talent. Location, we think we've got a location that the other 49 American states would die to swap in for ours. The First Lady and the entire delegation, and certainly for Andy, thank you for helping us set this up. But what an honor. Old friends from New Jersey, who, including Andy, who helped us arrange not just this meeting, Andy, thank you, but that meeting. Just let Mr. Prime Minister, the following people send their best wishes. And he legitimately is close to these people. I'm sure you've got friends in your life as well. And that, to me, is an added benefit to our relationship. That's something that no other American state or no other state or no other country rather can make that claim.
Andy always keeps us connected.
Yes.
He is one person who religiously keeps us connected with you.
To all the incredible patriots in the Indian American community, I want to wish you a very happy Diwali. And I'm thrilled to hear about all the major efforts from the Asian American Republican Coalition and the huge success of the Appeal to Vote rally. It all comes at a critical moment in our nation's history. And with your support and hard work, we will re-elect President Trump, restore the republic, and save America. Because on Tuesday, we get the final say. Let's deliver a shock to the swamp. Let's turn blue states red. And let's win this bigger and better than before. I want to say thank you to my friend Andy Shenoy for taking on this mission and for supporting President Trump. And thank you again for the outpouring of support from the Indian American community. We look forward to growing this relationship and building a better future for you and your families. So vote, vote, vote. And let's deliver a massive victory. God bless you all and your families.